the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Howdy, Tagg.
Hi, Lofty.
Homework again?
Yeah. Do you know how to do fractions?
I try to do without them. I'm a whole number man myself.
Annie! Annie! I got some fractions to do. Do them for me, will you, Annie?
Oh, little brother, sometimes you worry me. Who are they trying to educate anyhow, you or me? I've already been through all that fraction business.
You've been all through it? And you won't give a fellow a hand? Do them for me, will you, Annie?
No, Tagg, you're going to try them first.
I'll get them all wrong.
Well, then we'll just have to unwrong them. But first you've got...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Hey, where you are?
Here, Tagg. Come here, boy.
Let me go! You don't want to, Lofty, like you taught me!
Come on. You're under arrest, fella.
No, I'm sorry, folks. You can't crowd in here, please. Did I nick you?
Oh, no, ma'am. That was the cleanest shot I ever saw. I heard you could shoot, but fellas got to see it to believe it.
What's this all about, Phil?
He tried to rob me.
What did he steal from you?
A box of 45 cartridges.
I tried to trade him for him first.
That's right. He did. He tried to give me a pair of old beat-up spurs. And when I wouldn't dicker, why, he grabbed the cartridges and lit for the door. And I grabbed my shotgun and took out after him.
I didn't try to shoot you, though. If you look, you'll see my shot went high over the door. I was afraid you were going to buckshot me with that old 12-gauger.
Oh, I couldn't if I wanted to. It wasn't even loaded. Look.
Well, I didn't know that.
No, by jing, he didn't.
Here's those cartridges.
What's your name?
Bob Neal.
Where you from?
I guess you could call Tennessee my home, if I can rightly claim one.
How come you only wanted ammunition?
Figured to get by on 'em till I could rustle up a job. I only had 3 shells left. With a whole box, I could bag enough game to eat. Sort of run out of money a while back. I wanted to trade this man my spurs for him, but I don't blame him. They weren't worth much. I left them lying on your counter.
You can put that box of cartridges on our bill, Mr. Colby.
No such thing. It's a trade. Lots of folks would want a pair of spurs like that. It's a fair trade.
And you don't want to put a charge against him?
Well, you can't put a charge against a man for wanting to trade. If you could, we'd all be in jail.
Where's the last place you looked for a job, Neil?
Box Diamond, just east of town.
Why don't you check with the Box Diamond Ramrod? We can hold Mr. Neal here, and well, the county has to feed its prisoners, you know.
It's a good idea, Annie. Come on, Neil.
That guy wouldn't steal anything, unless he had to.
Pretty sure of yourself, ain't you, son?
Certainly, when a fellow's around the sheriff's office as much as I am, you get to know character.
You get to know those fractions, boy.
You know, seems like kids ain't the same as they were when I was a boy.
Sure good biscuits. Got Mother branded all over them.
Is your mother still back in Tennessee?
No, ma'am, my mother's dead. So's my dad. That's why I came out west. Brought a lot of big dreams with me. And I'm sure ready to trade them in.
Oh, they'll all come true yet.
I sure hope so. If I can just hold on to him till I find the man I'm looking for. Have you ever heard of a man named Dan Bradshaw?
Yes, I know him. He's got a ranch a few miles west of town.
Gosh, if I'd known that, I'd never pulled that stunt about those cartridges. I thought I had a long way to go yet.
Well, Bradshaw would probably have a job for you, but if you're smart, I think you'd keep right on looking.
You check out all right at the Buck's Diamond. You can leave any time you like. Your horse is tied out front. He's been fed, too.
Gosh, I don't know how to thank you folks.
Just keep your nose clean. That'll be thanks enough for us.
Why don't you stay here with us tonight? We'll give you breakfast in the morning, and then you can be on your way.
Beats bedding down the mesquite. Besides, those biscuits were sure good. You got yourself a jail guest. Now, who are you and what you want to cut down on me for?
You can read, can't you?
I got important business with Bradshaw.
Gun business?
I'm no gun hand.
Oh, well, I guess not. Can I get my six-shooter?
Yeah, but just be careful how you handle it.
Shooting's over if you've got business with Dan. He's up at the house. Go further on here, you'll find a broad road. Turn to your right.
Thanks.
You're looking for a writing job? See my range boss.
Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not looking for a writing job. If you're Dan Bradshaw, you're my uncle. I'm your sister Ann's son.
You're who?
Bob Neal, your sister Ann's son.
Come in. So you're Ann's kid. Well, I haven't heard from Ann in years. How is she?
She's dead.
Oh, well. And your father? How's he?
He's dead, too.
Now the orphan comes to Uncle Dan to get in out of the cold.
I don't recall having asked you for anything.
Now, don't get uppity. I'm known as a surly man. Keeps people from bothering me. We'll get along fine. Just fine. Those the best clothes you got?
They're the only clothes I've got.
Now, go in the bedroom there. You'll find plenty of clothes. Help yourself. We're about the same size. Some boots in there, too.
Howdy.
Hi.
You two know each other?
We've met.
Yeah, we've met.
Well, get to know each other right. He's a nephew of mine, my only living relative. Shake hands with my range boss, Dave Spencer, Bob Neal.
Something important's come up.
Go get fixed up. We'll talk a deal later. What is it?
I just got word from Charlie Bassett. He'll be here sometime today with 600 head of Chihuahua steers. 600 head, free as the wind.
Free as the wind? $50 a head to Charlie, that's $30,000. I don't call that free.
Well, you're getting 100 a head.
Yeah, that's why I like rustling them better than raising them.
What about this nephew of yours?
We'll see. Maybe he'll be useful.
Well, have some cattle, boy.
Gosh, there must be a couple hundred of them.
It's more like 600 head, Tagg. And every one of them rustle Mexican stock.
Rustlers. You gonna challenge them, Annie?
We're good, Tagg, but I don't think we're good enough to challenge Dan Bradshaw and a bunch of gun hands without help. No, I think we'll go back and tell good old Lofty about it. Come on.
Oh, that's better. Except for that hat. Here, try this.
Sort of hate to part with this old John B. Just starting to get comfortable.
Think of the folks that have to look at you.
Thanks.
Now we can sit down and talk. You want a job?
Well, to tell you the truth, I hadn't planned on staying in this part of the country. Sort of wanted to go to California if I could make it.
Don't blame me for that. Get your omen done while you're young, that's my motto. I'm gonna stake you to that trip to California with $500. If you don't make a big lick there, come back here and I'll give you a job.
I'm mighty grateful to you.
Forget it. Here you are. California money.
I'll get it back to you someday.
Don't think of it. Well, I'll see you to your horse.
Good luck, kid.
Thanks, I'll need it.
Decided to get rid of him, huh?
That was his idea, but I helped it along some. He's headed for California.
Well, it's probably the best for everybody. Sometimes those well-brought-up kids like to have their uncles come out honest.
Hello, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Go tell the cook to give you some coffee.
I brought Walsh and Cabno along to take word back on how to split up their herd.
How many we got?
611.
Let's get our business done. $611 head at $50 a head is $30,550.
You're gonna have to up that 50, Dan.
It's too late, Charlie.
It's never too late. $80 a head is about right. But I'll split the difference and call it 65.
This is a double cross. A dirty double cross.
I don't care what it is. I'm interested in money. It's $65 a head or nothing.
Then it's nothing.
Anybody around?
Not even the cook. I sent him to town an hour ago.
What about him?
Let's get the money first. Let's get him out of here. Wait a minute. Charlie, this is our out, and it can't miss. So like I said, I heard Dan and Neil going at it hot and heavy about money. I went up and looked in the window, and I saw Neil shoot Dan. I didn't have a gun, so I had to run and get one. When I got back, the kid was gone, and the safe had been cleaned out.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
How much money was in the safe?
Well, I wouldn't know exactly. Quite a lot, though. You see, we had a big trail herd come in from the south today.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, maybe $50,000.
50,000. Bradshaw usually keep that kind of money around the ranch?
No, only when he had a big deal on. Like I said, a big trail herd came in today.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you know what business Bob Neal had with Bradshaw?
More than likely family business. You see, Dan was Neil's uncle.
Are you sure about that?
Excuse me.
Yeah, sure I'm sure.
You ever seen Neal around the ranch before?
No, and I never heard Bradshaw talk about him either.
Were they friendly?
As far as I know, Bradshaw offered him a job.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
In this quarrel, did Bradshaw say anything that might call for gunplay?
But all Bradshaw said was, no, you can't have it, and Neil kept insisting on having money, big money.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean 10,000 years. I mean 10,000 means. Dollar, I mean yen thousand yen. Can't take that kid off of me. It's driving me crazy. What I mean is dollars, $10,000.
Tagg, stop it.
Lofty told me to clean his guns.
All right, but go around, Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, way around.
Excuse me.
I'll help you form a posse.
I got one. I figured you'd want to go after Neil, so I brought some of my hands along. They're outside.
Well, they're as good as any, I suppose. And they're ready.
I'm Lofty Craig, deputy in charge here while Sheriff McTavish is away. You men are deputized for this posse. You any idea which way Neil's heading?
Well, he talked a lot about California. He probably headed that way.
Neil's been living off the country a long while. With money in his pockets, he'll stick to the settlements.
That's exactly what he'll do. He doesn't suspect anything.
Lofty, these may be some of the men that brought in that rustled herd that Tagg and I saw.
Why'd you let me deputize?
Well, if they think we don't know anything, we might learn a lot.
All right, we'll head for Silver Springs across the Bradshaw Ranch. Let's ride.
Gosh, Bob seemed too nice a guy to do a murder.
He didn't kill Dan Bradshaw.
How do you know?
I just know he didn't.
Well, if that isn't just like a girl, how are you gonna prove it? Spencer says he saw Bob fire the shot.
Well, Spencer could be lying. From what I know about him, he probably is. I think I'll take a ride out and look at that ranch.
Me too.
Hey, wait a minute, Tagg. You stay here and watch the office.
Why? It never watches me.
Tagg, come on. Watch the road, Tagg.
Oh, all right, Annie. Horseback are coming. It's Bob Neal.
Hide over here, Tagg, quick.
Dan. Uncle Dan. What happened? Dead.
I knew you didn't kill him. Go back and watch the road, Tagg.
Sure, sis.
But who killed my uncle?
I don't know. Well, I think I do, but I can't prove it yet. Why didn't you tell us Dan Bradshaw was your uncle?
Well, the further west I came, the more I heard that my uncle was a rustler. And I didn't want to claim any relationship until I found out for myself.
And did you find out?
I found out plenty. But he's not a bad man at heart, Annie. Look, he gave me these clothes and this money. That's what I came back for, to return it.
Is this all the money he gave you?
Yeah, he had a lot more in the safe, but that's all he gave me.
Was it all bound this way?
I believe so.
These are your uncle's initials. He must have marked each bundle of currency as he checked it. It's common practice when you're handling large sums of money. You know, Bob, this may save you from hanging for a murder you didn't commit.
I told you we'd been following a two-way trail for some time now. Here's where he turned back.
Posse's coming, and fast.
Don't say anything. Just go along with them. I may be able to save your neck, but I want to do it back in the sheriff's office where nothing can happen. Hide, Tagg.
You two fellas go around and cover the back door.
That's his horse.
Vincent, Bassett, come with me. This is the law, Neil. We're coming in after you.
I surrender. Here's my pistol on the floor.
All right, you're under arrest. You don't need to bother with those. The kid ain't gonna live long enough to learn how to use them.
What is this, Bassett?
The end. The plumb very end. Put them, just get out.
Search him, Lofty. Where's Tagg?
Right here, sister.
Hey, Bob, come here. Look at this. That's all the proof any court will need to convict Spencer and Bradshaw of murder. Whoever inherits Bradshaw's estate sure will come into an awful lot of money.
Well, he said something about me being his only heir, but I don't know what to do about it.
Well, there's a big trail herd that needs returning to its rightful owners, and after that, why don't you try turning this ranch into an honest cow outfit, and we'll make some of those big dreams of yours come true.
Gosh, Annie, that's about the best shot you'll ever make.
That's what you think.
Bullseye! Annie Oakley hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Shooting. And suspense.
stretch the handkerchief out like that, Tagg. And if you tie a knot in it like this and you go, comes right out. Now, this is what they call hatching the egg. The hand is quicker than the eye. Right, Mr. Marty? Place the egg here, and you cover this with the handkerchief. You say, Spotchikazookas. And the egg has vanished.
Well, I'll be dog-bited.
Open the box, Tagg. Secret compartment. You press the button before you swing the gavel, Tagg.
Gee. Gosh, Annie, I wish we'd keep touring with the show. Mr. Stubbs will teach me to juggle.
Sorry, Tagg, but the hometown's gonna be our last performance. We've had a lot of fun and we've raised a lot of money. And you've got to go back and start juggling that reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Whoa! Whoa! All right, hold it fast, Eddie. And mind your manners. I want no monkey shines.
That accent.
It's a white horse. It's a Welshman.
Where's my suitcase?
I put it up on top of the other luggage. Why?
Well, my gun belt's in it.
Keep your hooks enough there. And if you'd be so kind, hand me that money box.
Anything you say.
Here it is.
Give me the money box.
Well, bless me soul. If it isn't Miss Annie Oakley. And caught without her guns, too. Oh, what a bloomin' shame.
We'll just have to shoot it out another time.
At your ladyship's convenience. Now, if you'd be so kind as to hand me that money box from underneath your dainty feet.
Oh, no, you don't. We raise that money for charity.
Quiet you went! Not for the young lady, I'd cut you all to ribbons. Come quickly, the money! Quickly! Come quickly! Lean for it! Oh, the donut!
Country just goes up, you'll have to cut back Sutter's Road. You and Mr. Stubbs better band his loose hand and follow me. Get my gun belt, Tagg.
All right, Annie.
Well, he got away with most of it. Look, there's hardly 2,000 left.
Here's a packet of ones. Got a hole plump through them.
Well, it'll still spend. Think of those poor families that are counting on the rest of it. He got almost $3,000. What's this?
Beats me, Annie.
It's spongy, and it's been torn by a slug.
Maybe he shot it off his horse. Saddle padding.
I don't know. It's got blood on it.
Maybe it's underlining for brass knuckles.
Well, I'll take it back and show it to Lofty. Don't say anything to anyone about this tag.
Why not, Annie?
Well, how'd the Welshman know that we were carrying the money box instead of Mr. Sills?
Here you are, my good man. Keep the change.
Thanks.
Not at all, not at all. Just mention Sills' Wonder Show to all your neighbors. Yes, all your neighbors. Everybody's got to see Sills' Wonder Shows. Yes, indeed. And everybody will see it, too. There we are. Genuine Mill Creek. 2 colors. What do you think?
A real humdinger.
Mm-hmm. You're referring to the young lady? The quality of my advertising.
Both.
Tagg seems real excited. Wonder what's up.
Carrying all that darn money, you think they would have stopped at the bank first.
Lofty! The Welshman! Yeah, the stop!
Now, this raid definitely narrows down the Welshman's base of operations. He has to be working from a hideout within this circle, because within the last 2 weeks he struck here at the bank, here at the express office, here, and here. Now, does that mean anything special to anybody?
To me it does. It looks like he's following the show.
Right, Annie. You not only draw crowds, but you bring money into town.
In that case, I'm quitting. I'll take the back pay due me out of the money Annie salvaged.
Now, hold on, Lou. We need you. Besides, County Hospital's got first claim on this here money.
We must live, though, Mr. Sills.
Yes, and I want mine before the Welshman gets it.
You know he's going to come back and even up the score with Annie.
Yeah, and run away with what money's left, so I'll divide it.
I got the biggest claim.
Hold it.
All right, break it up, all of you. I'll impound this for safekeeping. If we don't recover the stolen money, this 2,000 will be divided fairly.
Now, let's be sensible and calm down. Now, come on. Let's get out of here. Lou, I want to take them horses around back like I told you. Start. Pick up them old cars over at Roger's drugstore and use them next week the sports car.
Annie, I think it would be safer if you got out of town for a while. Look, why don't you ride over to Elliott and stay with your uncle?
Nothing doing. I haven't worked 2 months to disappoint a lot of needy people. You know, Lofty, I think somebody connected with the show is helping the Welshman.
Any idea who?
No. Oh, but I shot this off the Welshman, or his horse, one of the two. Now, if you can just figure out what it is, it might be a lead.
Funny looking stuff. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Well, gotta start someplace. Check with you later.
Don't just stand there twiddling your thumbs. Throw that cigarette. Do something.
I don't like working for someone I've never seen.
And who cares if you like it? You're getting paid, aren't you? Here's your share for this morning. And 10 bob extra for grog.
This deputy, Lofty Craig. I hear he's got your hideout narrowed down to a 10-mile circle.
Oh. And where'd he place it?
Just north of town.
Well, bless his soul. He's got a good nose, hasn't he? Well, of course he'll realize if he gets his hooks on me, it'll be your hide too.
I know, that's why I want to quit.
We'll both quit. That is as soon as I get the money back Her Highness stole from me this morning.
How you gonna do that? She's no dummy.
Don't you worry. I'll see her pigtails, girl. Now, here's what I want you to do. And Tutu, you do it proper.
Spotty Gazookas!
All right, so the spongy thing can be important. I agree. Maybe it's holster lining. Maybe it's part of a friction grip to his gun handle. But finding his hideout is a more direct attack.
Well, what about the old Borglum place, Lofty?
Well, I'd say that'd be the most likely spot in the area, Annie.
Okay, Lofty. This time I've really got it.
Yeah? Oh, all right.
I placed the magic kerchief over the leg, like so. And then, Bachi Gazookas!
Bachi Gazookas.
Oh. You're a fine one. The window.
Go on.
There's nobody out front. Check the safe.
Cheers. It's been fooled with.
Well, open it quick and see if the money's gone.
We've just been outsmarted. Come on. Stay there and watch the safe.
Losing?
I didn't even get a look at him.
You go back to your office, Lofty. I'm going after Tagg.
Yes, sir, Tagg, my boy. Like I was telling you before, them's all the same fella. My little brother, Jimmy. Greatest quick change artist in the world. Impersonate anybody. 1,000 dialects. Trouble was, he got to playing bunco artist. Last performance, they tell me, was up Laramie way, where the posse applauded him with bullets.
That's very interesting, Mr. Sills. Which picture is the real Jimmy?
The bald one. Why?
Well, it's just like you said. You heard he was killed. Maybe he's good enough to impersonate a corpse.
No, there's nothing on file like it, Annie.
Well, I'm still gonna mail it to the marshal's office. I've seen that face and those eyes somewhere in these parts before. And what's more, I'm darn sure he's still alive.
Well, could be. Right now, I think we ought to head out to that Berkman place.
Yeah.
One person would live here.
Yeah, Borgland's ghost. Well, let's put the horses in the back and take a quick look around anyway.
Tagg would say.
Well, I'll be doggone. He must rent or board a horse in town, then ride out here and use this one on the raids.
Well, he still has to change into that black costume.
Let's find out where.
Come back. Forward, back.
What? The potato cellar.
Convenient. Kerosene, too.
This hole is about as inviting as a coffin.
Yeah. What's this setup?
It looks like a dressing table for a crooked actor. Masquerading as the Welshman.
Here, I'll get that.
I kind of thought his accent was a little phony.
Where's your friend, the Welshman?
I've never heard of him.
Look, pal, you're gonna get 20 years anyway for aiding a killer.
That's right. Unless you want to do some talking.
What'd you come here for? To burn those clothes?
Want to get rid of that white stallion. 20 years is an awful long time. Who is he?
All right. All right, I work for him, but I've never seen him.
Oh, that's a lie.
Honest, so help me. He sends me my orders by mail, and he pays me the same way. Here, take a look at this if you don't believe me.
What are your next instructions?
I'm to meet him at Harding's furniture store this afternoon while you're on the show platform.
All right, Mr. Marzi. You'll meet him.
Only I'll be there to meet him right along with you.
What about that spongy object he asked you to steal? Did he tell you what it was?
No.
Never mind. I think I know what it is anyhow.
Hurry, 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 hurry. Right this way, right this way. Gather round, you're all welcome. Welcome to the biggest little show on earth. Presented for your entertainment and your entertainment only. It's all free. It is now my privilege and extreme pleasure to introduce a young lady and one of the most wonderful artists of modern time. This young lady was born and raised in this community and grown up among you friendly people in this friendly town. This amazing young artist has demonstrated her uncanny skill and amazing marksmanship in almost every city.
There's a skylight up here. When he comes inside, I'll jump through.
And my good friend, let me advise you that her shooting has not been confined to the show platforms. She has defended herself in the wilds against the most ferocious animals.
Oh, Tagg, instead of going out there with me today, I want you to watch the audience. Keep your eyes open. Right?
Right.
Mr. Sills, do you think you could take Tagg's place today?
I'd be pleased to. But why?
Well, I didn't want to tell you this, but I'm almost sure that your brother Jimmy is the Welshman.
What? Where's he at?
Right here in town.
But Annie, you ain't going out there. You can't.
I've got to.
I give you that amazing artist and greatest exponent of marksmanship of all time, the one and only Annie Oakley.
Annie? Give me a light, Gail.
I don't get it. He's never been late before.
That's so. Looks like our little girl Annie was right again.
Hey, what are you doing that for?
You stay here just in case Welchie does show up.
And now, dear friends, don't make any noise. Don't move an eyelash, and pray, may there be no disconcerting racket.
He didn't show up.
That's all we need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, His Highness the Welshman.
Oh, wait, folks.
Well, I'll be dog-bited. It was a rubber nose.
Sorry, the show's over, folks. The man is fresh out of noses.
80, 85, 90, 95, 3,000, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey, Annie! I found another money box stashed under the wagon floorboard. Silver dollars. Look!
Probably from the raid on Maury's Tavern last Friday.
This is not a bad take for the final performance.
Not bad at all. Plus $5,000 reward money split 4 ways.
Now, don't try chiseling in on any of this. It all belongs to the county hospital fund. And stop palming that loose change.
Bullseye! Annie Oakley hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Veiled as I am, behold in what disorder you have plunged me. It is a woman's voice, sire, which dares to utter what many yearn for in silence. It's good. In fact, it's great. Let's see. Your words are my food. Your breath, my wine.
What you doing?
Tagg! Tagg, Oakley, get down from there this minute.
Your words are my food. Your breath, My wine. What kind of tripe is that?
You've been listening.
You were talking loud enough. You making up poetry?
Look at you, eating candy before lunch. How many times have I told you?
Wait till I tell Lofty what you're doing. Making love to him behind his back. Veiled as I am, behold in what disorder.
Tagg. What on earth happened to you?
Well, I've been trying to get that jail cell lock to work.
But that lock is only this big, Lofty. How much grease do you have to use?
Well, how about maybe you'd help me? I nearly get it together again. Slips apart every time.
But Lofty, dear, perchance...
Stop it, Tagg.
Do you know what Annie's been doing?
Here's your candy, Tagg. You can have all the candy you want. Oh, Lofty, if I don't get back in time, you'll see that Tagg gets his supper tonight. And if he isn't hungry, just let him have all the candy he wants.
What are you being so mysterious about?
I'll be back.
I guess there's no figuring a woman. Is there, Lofty?
Well, Tagg, today just isn't my day for figuring.
Annie, I was afraid you weren't coming. You got my note.
Bess Murdoch, you're just going to have to settle down if we're going to solve this problem. I had to do some thinking.
I know that, Annie, but you're the only one I can turn to about Bart and me. You're a woman who knows about love.
Well, maybe, but... Well, suppose you tell me the whole story from the beginning. There's no need to be nervous, Bess. I'm sure Bart's still in love with you.
Well, it's so hard to talk about.
Look, maybe a little ride will help clear those cobwebs out of your mind. How about it?
All right.
Here's your blackmail money, Dallas.
Bart Thompson. That's quite a fancy name you picked for yourself. And to think we might never have found you at all if Faley here hadn't seen you in town last week. And of course, we shall never tell Miss Murdoch now that you're a jailbird.
That's real nice of you. That's all the money I have in the world, so don't come back for more.
I only ask that you hold no grudge against your good friend, Dallas Carson.
I went to jail because I was framed by you. I never stole anything in my life.
Undoubtedly true. It's a shame you couldn't get the judge to believe it.
I believe the cinch on my saddle's loose.
Stay put, I'll fix it for you. Bess, I still don't understand. Bart Thompson's been foreman on your ranch ever since your dad died. And he's always been open and above board with you.
He even said he wanted to marry me. He was getting me a ring. And then suddenly, 2 days ago, he changed.
Listen, let me tell you something. When a man suddenly faces marriage, he gets awful scared.
You think so?
Well, sure. What a woman's got to do in that case is overcome that fear with poetics. Just like the folks in the old days.
Like who?
Well, like Napoleon and Josephine and Byron to Countess Guiccioli, John Keats and Percy Bysshe Shelley to Mary Wollstonecraft. They were all in love and they all had their problems.
Oh, I knew you could help me.
Just say this to him. It's a woman's voice, sire, that dares to utter what many yearn for in silence. It is my whole heart that speaks.
Egad, gentlemen, look up the trail.
Dallas, don't start anything.
Shut up when I'm thinking. I was just thinking, boys. I'd like to own one of those horses. Perhaps with my inimitable charm, I could persuade one of the young ladies to give up the horses.
Who are you kidding?
Or better yet, I'll use treatment number 1. If I get rid of the riders, I won't even have to talk.
Dallas, you're crazy.
Annie
easy, boy. You all right, Bess?
I think so.
Were you the ones doing the shooting?
Ah, my dear ladies. Frankly, you're very good with the ponies. I had thought to have no trouble with you off them, but you stayed on.
Why, you mangy, no good...
Now, madam, if you'll so kindly alight.
Haven't I seen you before?
I think not, madam. Step down. We're taking your animals.
No, you can't.
Leave her alone. You're not taking these horses or anything.
Don't fight him, Annie.
Little wildcat, ain't you?
Annie, look out. Now get out of here, the three of you. And I'm not giving you any chance for back talk. Ride. I said ride, you miserable crawling cowards.
Annie, I remember them now.
See, I got it, Tagg. Got it all together now. Best old locksmith in Diablo.
When are you gonna take your finger out?
Hand me that plate, though, eh?
Sure. When are you gonna take your finger out?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, no, not again. Now, what happened this time?
You took your finger out. Annie!
What are you after?
Where do you keep the wanted posters? And take that candy out of your mouth this very minute.
But you said that...
Not anymore. I don't have anything more to hide. Well, where do you have them?
Have them? Oh, the wanted posters over in the file. Under Z.
That's logical. Wanted posters under Z.
You got a lead on some criminal, Annie? Hey, listen to this one. Hullabaloo Smith shot up a bank and stole $10,000.
Hey, what do you mean by telling Tagg you had nothing more to hide? Hide what?
Annie's been making up love poems to you. She didn't want me to tell you.
Wrong again, both of you. I'm looking for a man with a greasy face, a droopy mustache, and a scar under his right eye.
You making up love poems to him?
No, I'm making up love poems for Bess Murdoch to say to Bart Thompson. There he is. Reward, $2,000. Wanted for murder, Dallas Carson. Former actor, uses stagey mannerisms and flowery speeches. Scar under right eye. That's him, all right.
That's who?
Killed 3 men in an armed train robbery. Got away on a horse that was shot from under him. Holy Toledo.
Please, what's this all about? You know, I've really got enough trouble with this lock.
Sure, Lofty. We'll fix the lock. Now, you go get cleaned up, and I'll tell you what it's all about. And then Bess Murdoch remembered this man and 2 others had been talking to Bart. Just 2 days since he had changed his mind toward Bess. So, you see, it wasn't a case of love flying out of the window. Bart was in trouble.
Or mixed up in something crooked.
Oh, he's been an honest man all of his life.
Well, I've never met him, so I wouldn't know if he's honest or not.
Our little Cupid.
Don't you laugh.
Nobody's laughing. Now, if Bart Thompson knows this Dallas Carson, we'll bring in Thompson. He'll lead us to him.
You better stay here, Lofty. Tagg, you and I are going out to the Murdoch Ranch.
Wow, you mean you and I are going after Dallas Carson? Good!
Now, wait a minute, Annie. After all,
I know it's your job, Lofty, but if there's any connection between Dallas Carson and Bart Thompson, I want him to explain about it in his own way, without the law asking him.
But if Bart Thompson is a crook...
We're not going to jump the gun without any proof. Bess is in love with Bart, and we're not going to ruin any love matches if I can help it.
Woman's intuition working again, Annie?
Wow, listen to this one, Lofty. A hot terror seizes upon me.
Give me that book. You got the horses ready?
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope you do very well, Miss Oakley. In case you need the law, well, you know where to find it.
Well, I just hope the law has the jail ready for us this evening.
Well, don't you worry about that.
And I assure you, my dear Bart, I would not have returned, except that I had such a strong feeling to own that magnificent animal that Miss Murdoch rides.
I told you not to come to the ranch. Somebody will see you.
I want that horse, Bart.
I won't give it to you. You're not blackmailing me anymore. You're getting us all horses now.
Bess! Oh, Bess!
Bart! Bart! I've been looking for you, Bart. Is something wrong?
I've come to thank you for all you've done, Bess, and to tell you goodbye. I'm leaving.
What are you talking about?
Our engagement must be broken. It's for the best.
What's happened? What is it? Tell me, I'll understand.
I just can't marry you, Bess. This will explain everything.
Bart, come back! Annie, something terrible's happened.
What's wrong, Bess?
It's Bart. He's gone. Annie, he's gone.
Gone? What do you mean?
He gave some horses for the ranch here to some men. They were blackmailing him.
He spent 3 years in jail for a crime he never committed.
He says he's going to trail them and find them. A man named Dallas Carson.
And when I do, I'm going to kill him. Oh, no.
Annie, you've got to stop him before he commits murder. I want him back. I don't care about his past.
We'll stop him. You and me, Annie.
Oh, no, Tagg. You go back and get Lofty and tell him to follow me. I'm going after Bart.
Golly Winnickies, I never get a chance at anything.
What are you doing? I had him.
Perhaps I have quite a better idea.
What idea?
Do you remember when I borrowed his clothes and went to a dance? Only I didn't go to a dance. I robbed a bank, and our friend got the blame.
Hey.
Methinks the plan will work a second time. We'll stick up the bank at Diablo. How does that suit you, gentlemen?
There, that'll show Annie.
Mr. Craig, Annie's in trouble. She and Tagg went after the crooks. Bart's going to kill them. Tagg said you know all about it.
Where are they?
Towards Paradise Canyon.
I'll ride out there as soon as I get my horse. He's over at the livery stable being shod.
Not quite smart enough, Mr. Thompson. You shouldn't have tried to follow us. Get his gun.
Why didn't you shoot me? I'd have shot you.
First, I'll borrow your clothes. Don't stand there like fools. Undress the man.
What are you doing here?
Miss Murdoch went into town for Lottie. I just had to help you.
Now you see what you get for not minding. Go on back to town.
If it were the criminals, I'd caught him.
Back to town?
Yes, sir.
Get over there, quick.
Gee, Winnickies, where's the others?
Quiet, Tagg. We're gonna have to follow them and find out.
Achoo! What about Bart, Annie? His horse.
If you keep up this shooting, that horse is going to kill him. I've got an idea.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, I'm hit! You got my arm.
All right, then drop your gun.
You go after Bart's horse.
Meddling dame like you ain't such a good shot after all, are you? All right, I give up. Where did you ever learn to shoot like that? Good boy.
Where are the others? You didn't kill them, did you?
No, they've gone into town to rob the bank. We've got to stop them.
Tie him up and let's get going.
Hey, I need a posse.
Get rid of them. Let's get to the bank.
Some crooks are up in Paradise Canyon.
Crooks?
Yeah, Dallas Carson and a couple of others. Deputizing you to go with me.
Certainly, sir. We'll be glad to go along with you. But may I request that you take us over to the jail and swear us in with the good book? I was deputized once without it, and I got into a little trouble.
Yeah, that'll make it legal. Come on.
Here's the Bible. This will make it all legal.
You'll raise your arms, mister.
Into the cell. Both of you.
And so, sir, we shall rob your bank. You have done us a very great favor.
What have you done with Bart?
Madam, perhaps you'll see him again. And then again, perhaps you won't. What's this on the floor, sir? These tools.
Let's fixing the lock.
Oh, so there's something wrong with the lock, huh? You thought to fool us. We'd lock you in the cell and you'd immediately get out. Now, what's the matter with the lock? I'd talk if I were you, sir. What's the matter with the lock?
Needs oil. Needs a lot of oil.
Oh. Needs oil. All right, inside. And a fond farewell to the both of you.
They're their horses.
No, I won't.
on your feet.
All right, I give up. And I'm not taking any of the reward money, Annie. It all goes to you.
No, sirree, Bobtail. From what these critters have told me they did to you, you're gonna get every cent of it.
Idiots! Complete idiots! Who gives away money?
Well, got all three of them now, haven't we?
I ain't never seen such shooting in all my life.
Finally made it. And I don't want to hear anything more about my luck.
Well, Lofty, I was just fixing to give you a compliment.
Oh, that's good.
Your words are my food, your breath my wine. I still think that's kind of mushy.
Oh, Tagg, be serious. I started to fix up a marriage. Well, it looks like everybody got just about what they wanted. Didn't they? All right, Tagg, go ahead.